Laziness is not always the desire to do nothing. Sometimes it is the habit of choosing what feels easy while knowing exactly what needs to be done. You know the work waiting for you. You know the goals you keep talking about. You know the habits that are holding you back, and still you say, later. Later becomes tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes another month. And slowly, without realizing it, you become comfortable with a life you once promised yourself you would change. Everyone wants a better life. Everyone wants more success, more confidence, more freedom, more money, more strength, more opportunities. But very few people want to endure the boring, uncomfortable, repetitive work required to build those things. That is where laziness wins. Not because you are incapable, not because you are weak, but because laziness makes comfort feel more important than your future. It whispers, you can start tomorrow. It tells you that one more hour of scrolling won't matter. One skipped workout won't matter. One unfinished task won't matter. One more day without discipline won't matter. And individually, maybe it doesn't. But your life is not created by one decision. It is created by thousands of decisions repeated over time. That is the truth you have to understand. Laziness becomes dangerous when it stops being something you occasionally experience and becomes part of your identity. You stop saying, I don't feel like doing this today. You start saying, I'm just a lazy person. And once you accept that identity, you begin protecting it. You avoid difficult work because difficult work challenges the person you've convinced yourself you are. But you are not your current habits. You are not your worst day. You are not the hours you've wasted. And you are not trapped by the version of yourself that exists today. You can change. But change begins when you stop negotiating with yourself. You don't need to feel motivated before you begin. You don't need the perfect mood. You don't need the perfect morning. You don't need another motivational video. You need a decision to move before you feel ready. Because motivation is unreliable. Some mornings you will wake up excited. Other mornings you will wake up tired. Some days you will feel powerful. Other days you will question everything. If your actions depend on how you feel, your progress will always be inconsistent. Discipline changes that. Discipline says, I may not feel like doing this, but I'm doing it anyway. That is how you become stronger, not by waiting for the right feeling, by acting despite the wrong feeling. Think about the person you want to become. Do they wake up and immediately surrender their attention to a screen? Do they spend hours avoiding important work? Do they constantly postpone difficult decisions? Do they wait until they feel motivated to take action? Or do they have standards? Do they keep promises to themselves? Do they do difficult things even when nobody is watching? The person you want to become is built through what you do when you don't feel like doing it. That is the battle. And most people misunderstand where the battle happens. They think the battle is against other people. It isn't. It is the voice inside your head that keeps asking for another excuse. It is the voice saying, 5 more minutes. It is the voice saying, start tomorrow. It is the voice saying, you deserve to rest. Sometimes you do deserve rest, but there is a difference between rest and avoidance. Rest gives you energy. Avoidance steals your future. Learn to recognize the difference.
If you have something important to do, do it before your mind has enough time to convince you not to. Get up. Begin. Take the first step. You don't have to finish everything at once. You just have to stop standing still. Because action creates momentum. Momentum creates confidence. Confidence makes the next action easier. And eventually, what once felt difficult becomes normal. That is how laziness loses its power. Not through one massive transformation, through small victories repeated every day. Make your bed, clean your space, finish the task you keep postponing. Put the phone away, train your body, read something useful, work on your skill, complete what you started, go to sleep when you said you would, wake up when you said you would. These actions may look small, they are not. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your self-respect. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you teach your mind that your own word has no weight. Your habits are constantly teaching you who you are. So ask yourself, what are your habits teaching you? Are they teaching you discipline or avoidance? Are they building your confidence or destroying it? Are they moving you toward your future or keeping you trapped inside your present? You don't need to change your entire life tonight. Change what you do next. That's where transformation begins. The lazy version of you wants everything to happen at once. It wants instant motivation, instant success. But growth doesn't work that way. You build strength one workout at a time. You build knowledge one page at a time. You build a career one skill at a time. You build confidence one difficult action at a time. You build a different life one disciplined day at a time. Stop underestimating small actions. A single brick looks meaningless, but keep placing bricks long enough and eventually you have something standing that wasn't there before. Your life works the same way. Every productive hour is a brick. Every workout is a brick. Every book you finish is a brick. Every uncomfortable conversation you face is a brick. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you are building. And every time you repeatedly choose comfort over responsibility, you are building too. The question is, what are you building? Some people spend years waiting for their lives to change. Others spend years changing themselves. One waits for opportunity, the other prepares for it. One complains about circumstances, the other asks what can be controlled. One protects comfort, the other protects the mission. One keeps saying someday, the other asks what can I do today? You don't need to become obsessed with productivity. You need to become dependable. Dependable enough to do what matters even when nobody is forcing you. That is real discipline. Anyone can work hard when someone is watching. The real test is what you do when nobody cares whether you show up. That is where character is built. That is where your future is decided. And you will have bad days. You will miss a workout. You will waste an afternoon. You will procrastinate. You will lose focus. You will fall back into old habits. Don't turn one bad day into an identity. Get back up. Correct yourself. Continue. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is becoming harder to knock off course. You don't need to eliminate every lazy thought. You need to stop obeying every lazy thought. Your mind can say, "Not today." You can answer, "Today." Your mind can say, "I'm tired." You can answer, "I'll begin with 10 minutes." Your mind can say, "This is too difficult." You can answer, "Then I'll take one step." You don't have to defeat the entire mountain in one moment. You just have to keep climbing. And eventually something changes. The work that once required enormous effort begins to feel normal. The discipline that once felt painful becomes part of who you are. You stop asking, "Do I feel like doing this?" You start asking, "Does this need to be done?" That is a powerful shift. Because mature people don't build their lives around temporary feelings. They build their lives around meaningful commitments. Your mood can change. Your circumstances can change.
Your motivation can disappear, but your standards can remain. That's how you become dangerous to your old habits. You stop giving them permission to control you. And remember this: don't wait for energy before you move. Move, and energy often follows. Don't wait until you feel confident. Take action and let confidence grow from experience. Don't wait for the perfect day. Use the day you have. Don't ask yourself how you can make everything easy. Ask yourself how you can become strong enough to handle what is difficult. Don't keep promising yourself that you will start someday. Choose a day. Choose an hour. Choose the next action. Then do it. Because your future does not care about your excuses. Your goals don't care how many times you said you were going to begin. Your potential doesn't care how comfortable you became. Only your actions can close the distance between who you are and who you want to become. So get up, put the phone down, stop waiting, stop negotiating, stop telling yourself that tomorrow will be different while repeating everything that made today the same. You don't need another reason, you need movement. Start with one task, then another, then another. Let discipline become stronger than your excuses. Let action become stronger than hesitation. Let your standards become stronger than your comfort. And one day, you will look back at the version of yourself who kept saying tomorrow and realize something important. You were never waiting for a better life. You were waiting to become the person capable of building one. So become that person. Start today. Move today. Work today. And when your mind tells you to stop, remember why you started. Because the life you want will never be built by the version of you that keeps choosing easy. Kill the habit of waiting, and you give your future a chance to begin.